What's up, everybody? It's been a long time since well, it just feels like a long
It
time
feels like it.
because I work all the time. I don't even know my schedule some
I
days.
know. We just talk over the phone. Seem like here lately.
Lately, we have.
Yeah,
Lately, we have most definitely because when I do get home, all I want to do is sleep. So,
that's understandable.
yeah,
That's
it's
that's
like,
that's for the time to our little topic for tonight. All part of
this
it.
is what I need you to do. I need you to like, share, and tag somebody into this conversation tonight. We got a good conversation.
Yes, we
I'm
do.
trying to find another way of saying what I'm saying because I'm always saying
The same
the
thing,
same
but
thing.
that's just your phrase. So
Yeah,
just let it be. Be
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, most definitely. I'm going. You know what? I'm going to read so I can expand my vocabulary.
Reading is
Learn it.
fundamental, and
Very.
learning is fundamental.
It is, yeah, especially because this
You
generation.
already love your big words you use that everybody have to pull out
My big
their
words.
phones and
My
go
big
on with it
words
like
that
it's
I
a battle.
use. Look, the big words I use and get it twisted up and can't pronounce it right till like
Uh-huh.
15 minutes later. Yeah.
Yeah,
But look, it's gonna be good tonight.
it
It's
is
gonna be real good.
transparency.
Very much so.
So I
Very
mean, you
much
never know
so.
what to expect when we get talking, especially when I get cranked up. You never know what's gonna come out of my mouth, right?
Yeah. Just don't take a deep breath when you get back to the microphone.
You know what? I can't help it because I don't even like the darn mic. I'm gonna blame it on the mic. I don't want to take accountability. So I like the other mic, that we tend to use and stuff because I
Yeah.
ain't hear all that breathing, but it sound like I need to be on the CPAP
I
machine or
did
something because
I did look into some wireless lapel mics. It plugs into the back end of the thing right there.
right.
Yeah. So I did look into that. So hopefully
So you just took a deep breath and everything. See, that's all I be doing. But you be like,
I don't know why you sound
you know
like
what I'm saying?
I don't know why
Yeah,
you
it don't
sound that
hurt.
way. I don't
Wow,
know.
you've been messing with my mic here lately. Yes,
No,
you have.
no. That was a messed up mic cord. That
Mm,
had nothing to do with me. So we
mm,
got it wrapped up and put it off in the corner, you
yeah,
know.
but keep
So
it over
so
there.
you good. You good.
Okay, we will find out.
Oh, you did find out the other week when you gave tribute to your granddad and to your uncle.
Yeah,
Only reason why you sound like you were far away because you kept moving your head like this.
I was going through the motions.
And every time you got back to the mic, it's like you was puffing on your cigarette. So
Right. I've been dealing with a lot here lately.
yeah. But you turn to the mic and take a deep
Yeah.
breath, like I don't get
Okay.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Be careful.
It was just funny. Which is funny because I pay attention to the little things. I guess it's because of what I do and what I
Right.
like to do.
Right.
So I feel like, man, why she take a deep breath every time she turn her head to the
Yeah.
mic? But you would talk, you sit this all the way down until it's time to take a breath. Like you just run your whole self like
I told you I be still like Twister with Buster Rhymes. I get to talking real fast because they be like, I don't know what you saying. Slow down.
a full run on saying this, right?
Yeah, be like, yeah, I'm like Twister. Get to speeding it up.
Y'all, let me tell you about my friends. So, we're transparent and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So, we have been for the past couple months talking about, depression. No, privately,
Yeah, we
depression and
have.
anxiety and stuff like honest among each other about, taking medication to kind of help us just to relax just a little bit.
Mellow out.
Uh-huh. Well, she decided to detox from hers.
I
And
did.
and that is side effects with a lot of medications and stuff like that.
It is.
So, she decided to detox and it become or has became very obvious that she needs something to help her
Well,
relax.
that stuff has been causing weight gain because I've been watching these shows and it's looking like I'm getting like I'm blowing up, and it may just be me because some girls look like they swelling up.
No girl's always
Hush,
been that size.
hush.
My bad.
Don't trigger me. I'm trying to stay calm. No, but seriously, it's been some things going on with my body, and I feel like it's been playing a part in that. And I know you're supposed to like wean yourself off of it, but I did it cold turkey, and so I think I'm dealing with some things
Yeah,
right
you dealing
now.
with some stuff. And I think also you was always a person that did what's the word that you like to use? Get triggered. It never really took you like it takes a while for me to get triggered. Like, but
Yeah,
when I
trigger's always been
explode,
me when you explode,
yeah,
because
it's horrible
you
when I
take a lot.
explode.
You like a sponge. You just take it all in,
Yeah,
and then it swells up. Then it's a lot that comes out,
yeah, a
and
whole
you get
lot.
ready to release.
Yeah. So, but this is the thing though. So I'm on the phone with her last Friday, and so I was like getting myself ready to go to work because I had to do my visits and things like that. And so this is no, for real, y'all. She was calm.
I
I'm
was.
talking about super calm, like, oh, what we gonna do tonight? And all that type of stuff. Like, she really would give me that type of energy. All of a sudden, she's just like, oh my God, there's the police. And I'm like, okay, just relax. This is your fault. This is your fault. Because I had to rush because you want to be slow. And I'm saying, like, okay, just chill. Just chill.
Like mommy dearest, about over there
Yes.
wire hanger.
Oh my God. So, yeah, I ain't gonna, I'm not really the type of person to use certain verbiage. So
But
she
I
was,
am.
but she was using the languages,
I
praise him.
was.
But just the funny part about it is, I'm saying how crazy it was. She was so enraged
I
that when the
was.
police came to her window, I heard him say, "Ma'am, are you okay?" I said, "They about to take my friend to pathway." He about to take her to pathways. And RJ gonna be like, Uncle, can you come and get me? Cause mom just done snaps.
That was a strong moment.
A strong moment.
Yeah, that was a strong moment because life has been life, and you're like,
But
yeah,
so like, and so I had a conversation with her, and I said, I understand you wanna do, I think she should be more investigating, talk to her provider about what she was dealing with, what was going on. That way, that possibly something else could have been, whatever. And then also, I got to say this: part of the mood swings also has taken place because,
I had a hysterectomy.
hmm
Um, I Everything's gone. You could either have a partial or total. I had a total abdominal hysterectomy and vaginal valve suspension as well. And I had this December 2nd, 2024.
hmm
And obviously, we have hormones, estrogen and everything. So by me having that hysterectomy, it's a wrap. And there's a lot of things that comes along with that. When I sat down and talked to the nurse, we had a nice one-on-one conversation. I'm gonna be transparent because I know I'm not the only one. Which this is tying into our
Yeah.
topic. What is our topic for tonight?
I can't remember, but
I'm gonna tell you. The topic is what my mind is telling me yes, but my body is telling me no. Addiction.
40,
That's
well,
the nice
yeah,
part.
yeah, yeah.
We are both in our 40s,
Uh-huh.
and there's a lot of things that comes along with you for a lot of changes, as a matter of fact, that has come along
Most
in
definitely.
this era of our lives right
Yeah.
now. And the body ain't like it used to be.
It's not.
Going through changes, and when you go through certain situations, like eventually, yes, I was going to hit menopause as time went on, but I had surgical menopause when I had my surgery. And so when I sat down and talked to the nurse, she sat down and explained to me what will come along with that. She said there's a possibility I may have vaginal drops. um, she mentioned about when it came down to me having sex, if I with my partner, how certain positions that we have to discuss that was going to work best for me.
Yeah.
She discussed with me about hormone replacement. They also mentioned about, I can go to a herbal store and go that route, which I didn't want to do hormone replacement. That's my choice. Due to the fact certain medications can cause cancer.
Mhm.
And I'm like, my body was already dealing with a lot. I was already doing a lot, and you never know that can happen because I mean, breast cancer has read in my family. My grandmother had breast cancer, and she too had a hysterectomy in her 40s. However, what happened? I went on. I had the surgery, and it was certain things that I was worried about because as I had explained when I first came on your show, that I had to wear a catheter last year. I had a catheter for how much? Don't start gritting. You low down. You're not right.
You know
You
why
you
I'm
know
laughing,
what?
man. You know why I'm
No, but
laughing.
seriously, by me having to have it, I mean that's what led to me having to have it hysterectomy in the first place because my uterus was enlarged due to fibroids
Mhm.
and it affected my bladder, and I had to wear a catheter for a month until I had my
The
surgery.
reason why I'm laughing, let me get it out. Somebody won't think
Get
I'm
it
being
out. Get it out.
because you called me and said once you got tapped and it was flowing out, and you like, oh, so this is what y'all feel like. I'll just take it and do what
And
you
then
gotta
whip it
do.
up. You say use up. You had that visual
Yeah.
of me taking it out, whipping it off, shaking it
Yeah.
off, putting it back up. Yeah.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So
times.
yeah.
Good times. No, didn't have to worry about rest stops or anything. Just keep on going.
Just keep on going. You have to worry about clean
Yeah.
yourself up. None of
Yeah.
that.
So like I said, I went on and I had the surgery. And the things, oh, she admits I was gonna have hot flashes and all those things,
Mood swing.
mood swings, hot flashes. Okay, well, it happened. Everything she said was gonna take place. Oh, it happened. It took place, and I'm a fool. Let's talk about the dryness. I was, oh God, I called Darnell. I said, thank you, passed away.
You know, when I tell y'all that my female friends and my sisters
Yeah, we very open,
very open with me.
transparent.
Yeah, like so if I just want to know something about from a female perspective,
You call us.
I just call
Call
them.
us, and
That's it.
we call you when it comes down to the episode.
Yeah,
Because, like I said, by me having a son, I have to ask certain questions.
yeah.
No, but okay, I'm keeping it 100 because I know I'm not the only woman, and some women may be ashamed. But I did experience vaginal dryness, and it wasn't a thing. Me trying to have sex, I use a wet wipe because I, it felt like like I told you that songs about and that's dealing with your whole body and stuff. The dryness it felt like sandpaper. I said, Lord Jesus, you know what I'm saying? I was scared it's gonna catch on fire. I really was.
You know talk about KY and nothing like that. I don't know, y'all.
Well,
Don't excuse me. I don't
here's
know.
the thing. When it
I
comes down
just
to KY, that's when it comes down to the sexual aspect.
I just thought maybe
No,
it
I
was
didn't
it's
want to do all that, but
yeah.
it was definitely a difference. And I was like, oh my God, what did I stop for? But going through all that, I wasn't worried about that. And sex was the last thing on my mind starting off initially. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But when it came back to life, I was so happy. It was like Lazarus. I was like, oh, the resurrection. I called you up after she's back. No, but you know, 40's. I'm 46 now.
hmm
You
You
45.
don't even look like it.
Thank you.
You don't.
I may not look 46, but my body feels older because this is something else I found out. Um, I was talking to this lady, and she told me that they told her when you have a hysterectomy, a total abdominal, take everything out, that it ages you by 10 years. I said, I believe that because now what I'm dealing with, I already had gray hair coming in.
hmm
But you looked at me and you saw all this gray.
Yeah.
Within a year's time, I've gotten
hmm
extra gray hair. My body, my bones, they ache every day.
Look,
They
I ain't gonna lie, you tickle me. It's funny with me because you just walk around, man. So, oh Lord, my knees,
I
my
do.
oh my hips,
I
and
was so
my
embarrassed.
back. You know,
Yeah, I feel like a senior citizen. Like this time we go out to eat, I'm like, can I have a senior citizen discount because of the way my body feels? For real, though, you gotta sit there and take your time and ease your way on up.
but you know the funny part about it, to be quite honest, for me, and I still don't have a lot of the quirks a lot of people have.
Hmm.
But when it became a reality that I'm aging, one day
Hmm.
I was laying in the bed, and you know how you usually just can pop up.
Right.
I popped up one time. I had to lay back down.
I know you did.
I did the dizziness and a Charlie horse. It hit me.
That's rough.
So now like when I laying down, I have to slowly get up.
Hmm.
Like not slow like far.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
you
as
have to
quick as I
pace
know.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then I found myself just sitting there on the edge.
you have to think about it. You have to collect yourself.
Exactly. You're like, okay, now is it time to move?
Yeah, it's definitely a difference.
It really is.
Man, it's like there's some my neck, my back, but not in that way. Just when you
It's,
be hurt, it seems like it's always something like right now. I can't even bend my darn thumb. I think I got trigger finger. It just be straight, and then it'll be on something when it doesn't feel like my bone is about
you
to
know what?
break into.
It's these two fingers right here.
No, baby, it one of those. I don't even use it like that. Hey,
I'm
you.
talking about me in the morning. When I wake up in the
Oh
morning,
yeah,
like, cause like my hands be like all of them.
yeah,
These three right here be whatever, and these three feel like
yeah,
they been like it's stuck or something.
yeah.
Like, and it be hurting, and then
It's very
it
painful.
doesn't, start moving, doing right until the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting here like, what did I do last night?
Yeah, what did you do last? No.
I didn't.
Bless it.
Most definitely.
That's what Lord touch right now.
In the name of Jesus,
Amen.
Amen. Well, growing old, like and granted, we are different than our parents and
Yeah, we
grandparents.
are.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
Like,
are.
to be truthful, like a lot of older people, by the time they hit about 45, they look like they're 45.
Yeah,
And
but
even though I'm great, I still don't look old.
yeah, but you
But then, we didn't have a rough life like they did either.
no.
Yeah. But I tell everybody this. My mom didn't start graying until she was in her like mid 60s, going into her
Mm,
70s.
mm-hmm.
And I remember when the gray hair started, like, it was on this side right here,
Right.
start,
Mm-hmm.
growing and stuff like that. And to this day, she's not completely.
Great.
Hmm.
Got that salt and pepper going.
Yep. Not even. It's more black than it
Than it
is.
is with the gray.
Yeah. Yeah. It look nice. Yeah. So, what was your waking up moment when you realized not the hysterectomy that
Mm.
caused you? Because I remember before the
Oh
hysterectomy.
yeah, stuff was going on before then. Oh, I remember. Let's see. Back in the day, we could fall and we would jump right up, be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a few years back. I had went to my dad's house, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a cool mom because my brothers they were there,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, you know what, he had a go kart and he had a moped. I ain't never been on a moped by myself, so RJ he's little and everything. I'm like, yeah. Shoot, I'm finna go right. I'm finna hang out, show him how cool I am, because he used to call me cool mom and chef mom. So I was trying to live up to that. Man, I got on that darn moped. I put too much gas on it. They said what goes up must come down.
You came down.
I came down praying. I ain't never had a prayer to hurt me so bad. So my knees slammed down on the concrete in the driveway. That darn moped went one way and I slammed down and I hurt my knee. Well, I was embarrassed. And I tried to jump up fast because he was laughing at me. Which that was low down. He was laughing and I was hurting so bad, but I didn't want to mess our moment up, our day up.
Yeah.
So I jumped up and like, okay, I'm limping, you know, and we finished our day. But that night, oh my God, I was sitting right here on the couch and all of a sudden I started having pains and what happened, my leg had started swelling up on me, and I was having spasms. It took me 30 minutes to get from my living room to my bedroom. Like I was trying to make me a walker, so he had to help me. Like I didn't even want to get him to go pee
I've been
because
there
it
before.
hurt so bad, and I had to go to convenient care the next day,
Yeah.
and they wrapped my leg up. They said torn up a ligament or whatever. And I was on crutches, never been on crutches a day in my life until then. I'm like, I wait till I get in my 40's
Decided.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
To the best, I mean, I had to get a shot and everything, but my darn leg was swollen up, knee, and I was like, "This is pitiful." Like, we were kids, we would jump off of cars, some
Uh
people jumped
huh.
off roofs.
I was a
Yeah,
roof jumper.
I was a
Yeah.
car. Like, I would get on top of a car and jump there because I would pretend I was like a superhero or something that I could fly. I was
Man.
tomboyish coming up anyway. So, I'm the person, trying to pop wheelies and things of that nature
Right.
when I was coming up. But baby, times done changed stuff because when you slip and you fall, things change. Seriously. So I think that was my aha moment that baby, your body ain't like what it used to
Let
be.
me tell you, when I found out I had gout,
Hmm.
I was on my way to Dallas, Texas for vacation. Me and my homeboy had planned a trip because we both, work a lot. So we like, hey, let's go here. Let's do something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I'm like, cool, bet, whatever. Went to sleep. Went to sleep. Fine. Stuff packed up. Fine. Got up. And here I am trying to jump up out of bed. Fine.
Mm.
Landed on that. I can't forget because I had gout in both feet.
Oh God. I
But
know that was rough.
it was. But not that time I had gout. But this was like, that was the first time. Then that was a later situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so man, I jumped up, got out of bed real quick, and fell on the floor. Y'all
Oh.
don't judge me. I know I'm a big man. Don't do that, okay? Do not do that. But yeah, I fell. I got and so I lived alone. KK didn't know she didn't live with me no more. So it's like it was just me, you know what I'm saying?
God, you had fallen. You couldn't get up. You need one of them alert bracelets.
Exactly. So I used the bathroom too.
You
So
had peed on yourself in
no,
the
I
floor.
didn't.
Probably did.
No, I didn't.
Don't
For
say
real.
nobody.
I wasn't about to do that
It's
right
all,
there.
I won't say nothing.
No, I was about to do something else on myself.
Oh God, that's even
So
worse.
I crawled to the bathroom. I crawled to the bathroom and got myself up. So can you imagine crawling trying to take your clothes off the same time?
Oh, I know that was rough.
It was horrible.
'Cause you had to one of the episodes. See, that's how life is not having a gallbladder. And I had that surgery way before I even turned 40.
But like you not having gallbladder, I'm taking metformin. And at the time metformin has its moments, and
Yes,
there
it
was the moments
does.
I was like, oh my God.
What is that? Gotta go, gotta go, gotta
Gotta
go
go.
right now. Man.
So, I finally was able to get in the shower and, and put a little pressure on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I guess the warm water kind of
Ease it
appeased.
up and
Yeah.
everything.
So I was, finally went to the doctor, did a walk in and stuff like that. It was so funny. Like, what's wrong with you? I said, I don't know. It hurts and it's hot and it's, I'm going through all this stuff because I'm
Mm.
like, never had gout before.
Yeah.
Like, all this type of stuff. So they did the blood work and so it comes like, oh, Mr. Tate, you got gout. Here goes the medication. It's not gonna work right now because it's already in,
Yeah. It's
I'm
already
like,
inflamed and
I'm
everything.
like,
You can't
so
make
you
this
ain't
up.
got nothing?
Mm.
Well, we're gonna get you a boot and it'll take some of the pressure off,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and the only reason why I gave him a boot because I told him, like, look, I gotta go out of town. I already don't pay for this plane ticket. I already don't
Yeah.
pay for this hotel room. No, because we did Airbnb. So
Yeah, I
we
got
already
you. I
paid for
got
the
you.
Airbnb and all this type of stuff. I don't want to lose the money. So they got me a boot. We ended up being late catching our plane. So to this day, it is said it's my fault that we was late missing the plane. But like I told that little Negro, I said, I got to your house in time where you had to jump in my car and we could drove off to Memphis to catch a plane on time. But it
Mm.
took you 45 minutes. Yes, I know you're gonna be watching this. It took you 45 minutes to come out your house and we missed our plane.
But Darnell, I don't mean no harm. You've always been late before Gal came into the picture. You still have an issue with
Felicia,
time.
Felicia,
You tell me 6 o'clock.
Felicia, I'll be tired.
You
I got 800 things I'll be doing. And that's facts.
then be knocked out.
I'll be trying to get me a little sleep. I'll be like 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, and probably next year, and since we talking about that, since
Hmm.
it's not so much getting older, it's becoming more wise. Like I'm going to be cleaning off my plate.
Yeah, you do because
Yeah.
become overwhelmed and
I've been
like
doing this for years.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what? That's something else that's different because you look back and you think about like, okay, how many times did you work? Or how many years did you work without a day off? Because I know I was that person who worked every single day with no time off. It was times I wouldn't even take vacation. And I just work, work, work. And then eventually it caught up to me where I needed a mental break. I needed a mental break and even my body needed rest
Yeah.
because even now I function off of 3 to 4 hours of sleep a
I
night and
I
that's not
can't
good for me.
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like I have to travel an hour, 10 to 15 minutes to work every day. And even if I'm not traveling there, I have to travel other spaces. There's a
Yeah.
additional hour, 20 minutes away from my house, you know. So sleep has become more and more important to me. And then last but not least, you know, I am a caretaker, you know, and I appreciate the help that I got. Shout out to my Aunt Patsy. Yes.
Hmm.
Um, but you know, it's not always for the faint of heart,
No, it's not.
you know. And so like I I got all that going on. I need my rest. I need to
Yes.
sleep. And it's funny because we was talking at I don't know if it was at work or maybe it was me and you because we always talking about something.
Yes, we
And
do.
I was like, shoot, man, when you were younger, you tried to sleep less.
Yes, you
And the
did.
older you get, you be like,
You can't wait to hit that bed.
can't
That be
wait.
your best friend. You get excited. I remember later in
My
your day, you are at work and you're like, darn. I can't wait till I get home. Most people like, oh, so what you gonna do when you get off work? Oh, what you
take a
listen?
hot
I'm
shower
lying and going to
and
bed.
going to bed.
Like what? Yes, I
Yes.
can't wait to get home and lay down and get mad if I get interrupted out of my sleep.
My
Oh, cause
now I don't get mad
I,
when I get well there have been times,
you know
but
how I
late but
am.
lately, man, I never been incoherent like if somebody came in to wake me up.
Mm,
But late my auntie, I was so tired. She came and wake me up or something, you know, something to do with mama. And I was like, I don't know what I said. I don't know how I responded. I don't even know what she was asking me.
yeah.
All I heard was mama. That was it.
Mm,
So like, yeah, need your sleep, like for
yeah.
real.
Oh God, cause you know how they get a hold to your number, wearing a mess out of you, spam callers, or they trying to get you to your insurance and all that stuff. Just work, and they call from different numbers.
Yeah.
If it's say the other day, I cut somebody out. I told them to take my. I said you better take this number off. You know what
Look,
the list.
just remind me
But
somebody got
you
paid.
didn't think what so I believe me out when I get cranked up. No, but I told her the edited version.
You just said somebody paid my insurance.
The edited version. I told her take my number off that list. I said I'm sick and tired of y'all disturbing me out of my sleep, waking me up. And I said this went on the other day. Y'all called several times, and I said I
Just
told y'all
start
then.
calling
Yeah,
me.
stop calling by MF and phone, and that's what I said. She said okay.
They call back again
Then
next
they
time.
called me. I'm like, so far they called my phone. I told that helper to stop calling me.
Oh, bless it.
Yes.
Bless it, bless it.
But your patience, I don't know about you, but my patience is so thin. I'm getting triggered now as we speak right now. I
You know what, Felicia? Your patience always been thin.
think it's worse now. So like,
It is worse, but
it
it's
is.
it it, it didn't take much
No,
like when we were
it
younger.
doesn't.
You know what? I'm tell you as much. Like just observing, like from childhood on up, like
Mm.
you just start become thinned until you start going into your 20s when you start living alone, and it's like it became like, you know what, I just can't take this no more. Like, let me go and just explode on eating and everything at the moment.
But that's a
I
good thing.
can I can remember birthday situation
Oh,
because you want your birthday parties to be good, and you know I
oh
would say
yes.
it's just like it wasn't even a major thing. It's like you got my cake sliding in this thing. The party is over.
No, I
It's
put.
over. No. I mean, I'm taking the situation and exaggerating, like
Yeah,
how like it the
I put
slightest
people
thing
out.
was.
I put people out because speaking of the parties, you remember what was it when I turned 21 or something? And you know we was excited.
Yeah, yeah.
I was excited. Church was like, oh, I get to drink now. I didn't know nothing about alcohol like that. And my friend Ernest, may he rest in peace,
Ernest,
Miss Ernest. Okay,
cool dude.
we had gone to the liquor store. He had got some trays. Like, I had got a hotel. Like, this was gonna be good. But you got somebody acting a fool because I think he was with me both times. Because but anyway, you got people coming that you didn't even know. That did because I was like, okay, I had my people that I knew, and
Well, I got to admit, I kind of encouraged you to kick them folks out. Because at first, you were
they was
like,
doing too much.
I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
I don't like this. Either I go or they can go. And Fleet's like, "You're my best friend,"
that's
because I didn't
right.
want no drama, come about with him.
And it was about to come about, but
Yeah,
just the crowd that was in there was people that I wouldn't even affiliate myself with that had showed up. That you drinking my alcohol and you ain't contributed
and eating the food that we bought.
and trying to take some no. put it back. So yeah, I kicked a man. It was like what 20, 30 some people up in there,
Yeah.
and in time I kicked everybody out. We was like maybe five, 4 or 5. It was. I didn't care, but it was a lesson in it though too.
Mm,
Now
yeah.
because see when you're younger, I think you get friends and associates mixed up. You
True.
think that everybody's your friend, and you realize that all you need is one true friend, or two. It doesn't. You don't have to have a big entourage to validate you as a person.
We had a good time that night.
We did have it both times, and then it was somebody else. You remember there was a time that my cousin, I think he had came when we went to Holiday Inn.
I can't remember that one, but I do remember
Yeah,
the
but
other ones.
this dude had broke some. I'm like, oh my god. And what did I do? I think I poured some on him, some alcohol, and I had got a candle next to Felicia back up because he was finna be ablazing that night, and I put him out. Good times, good times. They were like,
It's so funny that you said it because, like, I attended all your parties.
yes.
At all your parties, like, what was my favorite drink?
Oh, you would have Sprite. You would mix your Sprite up with different things, and you would concoct up stuff.
No, that's before I started drinking. But before I started drinking,
You asked me about before.
my favorite drink. I
You
watch.
talking about your 211? You were between
No,
that,
not that,
but
that. No, that's after I left the church. That's when I started doing that stuff. But before then, my favorite drinks were either Sprite,
Sprite.
7 Up, or fruit punch.
Yeah, no, but I said I did mention Sprite, but you used to try to mix up stuff even when it wasn't alcohol. You
Yeah.
would so that's where the punch comes because see here you were mixing stuff up, giving that illusion like you was really drinking
No, I wasn't
something,
drinking
wasn't
nothing.
drinking nothing. And but
Drink-
that was okay though. That's one thing you can I never pressured you to do anything.
Nah, you didn't. Nah,
No,
it was it
you
was it
tried
was
to
good.
fit in.
But let's talk. This got to do with body, but go hit and just go and jump into another conversation. We're gonna go back to
Okay, go ahead.
everybody. Like I didn't realize how much of an influencer I was until years later.
That is-
So we went through this phase where we trying to go to the club and stuff.
oh yes.
Yeah, and I got you and some more people
Got us involved in the club.
going to the club. We was going quite regularly.
We club every
Regularly,
weekend.
yeah.
If I was clubbing with I don't even know if I had a day off with club.
You
You know
didn't
what?
because I think the club was like
With
Thursday.
any on.
Yeah.
Because we was hitting I was in different spots
Wednesday,
Thursday,
Thursday,
Friday,
Friday,
Saturday,
Saturday, and Sunday.
Sunday. Clubbing.
So I got you going to the club, and then one day you call me, and you're like, it was you and our other friend. They were talking about you. We go to this club.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. You want to go? Nah, I'm good. I don't want to go.
Just started.
Yeah, I just
Black folks.
started. Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe I need to start back club because it seemed like when I was clubbing, I was up here slimming down, could stay dancing.
Well, you always is your what's that comedian you always mimic yourself after?
Which one you talking about? There's so many.
There's only one that you really mimic a whole lot.
Oh, what is female?
Martin Lawrence. Like when he do those crazy dances. That's how.
Oh, yeah,
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 yeah.
that's
I
how you
did
would. Yeah. Like
yeah.
only time I dance, oh, I had to be drunk.
And I was up here break dancing.
And I don't think nobody was paying attention to me because we was all drinking. So,
Yes.
but I can't dance at all.
I can't dance neither, but I think I would break dance if somebody would get on that knee and oh yeah, you see the splits.
that was your
That
thing.
was my thing. For the splits to come back up.
Yeah, it was a good time. We did, yeah, we
We had
did.
fun because what I what I can say I enjoyed back then is you could go out, you could have a good time. And I'm not gonna say things didn't happen. You know, if somebody got to a fight may possibly break out, they may get some white people, may throw some chairs. Hey, back in the day, the clubs we used to hang out in, spinnakers and all that stuff, fuse box.
What was the name of the club that was often like in a cut? It was a. I mean, it
We
wasn't.
went to Cody's back in the
No,
day.
no, it wasn't that type of cut.
It was spinnakers.
Was Spinnaker's over by that
It was in a cut.
Aloha
Over,
Pools?
yeah. Oh, Sports. over there.
Yeah.
I like scores.
You know when we
Yeah,
saw
that's
we
what we hunt.
yeah, look, we stopped going there when that person got killed. Remember, they was like
Well,
out
this
there.
was the thing. Okay, what I liked about scores was that was that one club that you could go to and you didn't even have to come out smell like smoke.
Yeah.
Because if people smoked, they smoked
They had
outside.
their own little
Yeah,
section.
and you know
Yeah.
we had got a little older then and stuff, but when them what you call them
YN.
YNs, that's what messed that club up because the YNs came in. That's why I was shooting the fights and all that stuff broke out because I'm an age group during that time frame because we were in our 30s then.
No.
We were in our 30s, started
No,
don't
we
don't
was not.
look. I got
No.
pregnant with RJ.
No, we was not in our thirties when we was going there. We was in
You
our
try to say
mid
we
to
was
late 20.
28.
No, we said
It wasn't
we
no
was
mid 20s
it
though.
was.
Darn, that's see you getting old, baby.
I'm gonna
It's
tell you how I know.
don't make me pull that club
I'm gonna
picture
tell you
up.
how I know. Go. That picture was not at that
That was
club.
at scores. We
That was
took that picture at scores.
talking about when our friend from Memphis was up in there. That was at scores.
That's two different
I
town
know,
sites.
but the reason why I remember we was somewhere between I said 25 to because in my early 30s I stopped going to the club.
Look, let me tell you something,
My early 30s I
baby.
got back into the church for real though. In my early 30s,
You
that's the reason why I know.
you got back. You said the key word was your early 30s. What I'm gonna
Yeah,
take it back. Said maybe we was in our late 20s. Reason being because it was somebody I was dealing with during that time frame.
yeah,
Hold up, I was dealing with
but you know
somebody.
what?
I've been in between.
I
I
forgot
know you
you're
did.
you're older than me.
Yeah, I am.
So that's
And
the reason why you
but
say that. So I was in
baby,
my
hold
mid.
up. You weren't 25 though
I
because
didn't say 25. I said between 25 and 20. I
so
late.
I will we'll just
Yeah.
say late 20s if that make you feel better. So I'm gonna say that we probably you know
It
what
gonna say if
probably
it
about
make me
28,
feel better.
29.
She want like we were 32, 33 up in the club.
I can't say that well, you know what? I had hit RJ then. You know, I really slowed down then.
You
I
actually slowed down before RJ.
yeah, I started slowing down,
Yeah.
which that was a good thing.
Yeah.
He came at the right time. I was able to get all the wildness out of my system before I became a mother.
Cause you know, 32 me and the old girl had completely
Yeah,
cut it off. You know, about 30. It was 32. Cause I remember.
you remember? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
32. And I remember it
Oh
was
yeah, it was winding down because
yeah.
I don't recall them being in the picture anymore. What time he got in this world? So you're right. I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah. Then I was dating somebody that you felt like wasn't appropriate for me. You gonna tell that person and that
Hey,
and
you
now
know,
you like the person.
times change,
Definitely so.
growth. You don't have to stay in the same place in your life. That's the beautiful thing about living. I always say that you can grow.
You know who she was when you walked up and seen her.
They
You
look
just
different. They look different. We're gonna put that in God's hands, right
yeah,
there.
yeah. So it's just funny, like, but it's really weird because even now taking certain medication and the feels that it give you, you know, all that, and so I know, like I mentioned metformin and me crawling trying to get to the bathroom, and but you know the good part about all this, like the good part about all this, my house wasn't that
Oh
big,
God,
so
you would have got your little work. You would have lost about 5 pounds
I
trying to crawl.
trying to crawl.
You didn't, so didn't go.
I was clenching.
Man, that is
I
rough.
was clenching.
Oh God.
Oh, when that joker pushing. One of the times I had to use the bathroom.
Oh, could you imagine that happening? The police pull you over. They'll be for a rude awakening.
Oh, one did. One literally one did. And I was down the street from the job. And she's like, why are you speeding? I said, I got a doodle.
They ain't what I would have said.
I wasn't saying that's not what I said. But I'm
Okay.
just saying, you know,
Okay.
I'm
To
like,
clean
she's
it
like,
up. Okay, I
are you
got you.
serious? I'm like, yes, I'm serious. So I rushed and pulled up the house, ran up into my job, barely getting whatever could happen, sit down, and you know how I use it. So I came out, you know, 'cause the blinds were open, and she still
She was dedicated,
she
wasn't
was
she? She was
dedicated.
determined she was gonna give me that ticket, wasn't
She
she?
was. Matter of fact, it's the same police officer the one time I did get arrested for some stuff. She came to the house and she was singing. I will never forget this girl. She was singing. She was singing. Hi ho. hi ho. Off to jail we go. Do do do
Oh,
do 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 do. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
it's worth it.
I was good and relieved.
You so happy to get that ticket in. You didn't mind getting the ticket in because that's why I was saying. Because you know I want to say something else, but I'm being nice. So I'm saying, was the ish
It was
worth
worth it. It's, and
it?
so, but the funny part is going to court and explaining
Oh
the
God, that's
why.
everybody.
Them folk were cracking
I
up,
know they were.
cracking up. Like, so the judge, he gave me a little lower, whatever, and said, "Well, next time, try to slow it down. It's understandable." Stuff like that. I was like, "I gotta go."
Man, that's rough. You know, as I drink water a lot on this podcast,
Uh,
medication it dries me out, and
yeah,
I have water everywhere. It's on my nightstand. I could walk to the mailbox. I got it in my hand.
yeah,
That's something
thirsty.
that's different.
Yeah.
That's something different. Just like that medication. Like I said, I asked the doctor to put me on it to try to control my mood
Mhm.
swings. So because when I went back to work, it was like that Snicker bar commercial. I just did not feel like myself.
Sometimes you feel like it.
Then
Sometimes
sometimes
you
you don't.
don't. Oh man,
Yeah,
George got
yeah. Just
mounds don't
don't.
be cuz.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah.
So it's funny because I was talking to one of my male friends and we was talking who's in a relationship
Mm,
and whatever, and he was telling me that he's taking this particular medication.
mm,
And so like when we was talking, he's like, he was like, I don't as much anymore.
mm.
So the medication hindered
It affected
that
him.
that production. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, sometimes when I'm at it, sometimes not a lot comes out, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that causes like some medication causes infertility,
It
and
caused
things like that.
fertility. It caused
Yeah,
ED.
yeah. Blood pressure medication is really known to cause
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
And it,
So I try to like I'm in the process of losing weight, and I have not completely, you know, hit it the way I would like to, as far as
yeah.
exercising, because the way my life is set up,
Mm.
because I thought things gonna be different, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you walk into spaces. Let me say this,
Mm-hmm.
like you see things, right? And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, that's all that is to it. Not realizing that it's a whole lot
But
more
it
details.
comes. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm learning the tiny details.
Mm-hmm.
And this may sound churchy and
Yeah, go
spiritual, but that's
ahead.
fine, that's who I am.
Yeah. Be
So
yourself.
like what really catches my attention when in the midst of frustration is
Mm-hmm.
like don't try to rush the process.
We're so
And there are
guilty.
moments like even on my new job, I think I got it, and
Realize
then
you don't.
I realize I
You don't.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I'm sitting there like boo boo the fool.
Mm.
But the thing of it is, it's like, so I'm in a different phase in my life.
Yeah.
So here I can't work out. Because,
Yeah.
and I could, like I said, I was gonna take, my 30-minute lunch breaks and, walk around the parking lot, things like that. And
Mm.
but because a lot of us we have high blood pressure. Some of it's genetics, but then some of it's lifestyle choices.
It is.
Yeah. So
Definitely a combination of the
yeah.
two.
So taking no medications causes certain
Yeah.
things to happen that you
It
don't want to
does.
happen. And for a man, when he cannot salute, it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
Because that is tied to our masculine energy
Yeah.
and to our ego. So then I'm discovering women are somewhat similar.
Yeah. Because I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. I remember a long time ago. I was in my 20s, and I think that was the first time that I experienced the vaginal dryness. But I'm gonna tell you what I realized. Because I said, oh God, something wrong. I mean, I was throwing water on it and everything. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, here it is for females. Your mind and body, everything goes together. Okay, so I had to learn that, okay, me and this person I was dealing with, we were into it. And I was pissed off at him. So when it came down to the sexual aspect, I really wasn't feeling it. And from that point on, I realized, okay, because of course, this time when everything was fine, that was a learning experience for me that, okay, if a woman is upset, she into it, she don't even need to have sex with her partner and stuff, because when I tell you that experience was very uncomfortable, because when you appear dry, there's no lubrication. It's painful. It really is, and you know. I honestly feel like we really shouldn't even be embarrassed, men or women. We should not be embarrassed because, like I said, you are getting older. So with men, you're gonna have moments where you can't get up like you used to. Okay, but don't be embarrassed to the point where you don't want to go get help to fix that problem. Because a lot of men, that's a touchy subject, and they
Mhm.
don't want to go to the doctor and be like, okay, well, is there certain medication, is something that you can do to help assist with this? They just up here
The
deal with it in
reason
silence or
the
make
reason being
mm,
behind that, like we shame one another. Like
yeah,
men shame women, women shame men.
that's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? So when you can't stand to the attention
Hmm.
and you can't perform, a lot of times you got this shady woman.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this: you got the woman who says it's okay, but then when she get mad,
she'll bring it up
she'll
in an
bring it up
argument
in an
that you didn't have.
argument or bring it up in front of your family or your
Hmm.
friends.
Yeah.
So then he once again have to deny that that's his reality, and then
Hmm.
have to be embarrassed to go to the doctor
Yeah.
say, "Hey, I think something's going on," and
Hmm.
stuff like this. Me and a friend was talking just recently, and we was talking about how our mind have changed when it comes down to sex.
Yeah, that's not a priority anymore like it used to
Well,
be, is it?
life is happening, number one, but number
Mhm.
two is like, sex is only good with, or you find yourself things happening when it's that person you seriously attracted to. A
Exactly.
long time ago, like, and so just to be completely honest, like there was a time if you put whatever I like in front of my face,
You stood at attention.
yeah, but now I'm looking deeper into
Mm.
what I want. Well, matter of fact, I know what I want. So
Yeah.
because I know what I want, just because you got the shape, but you don't have the mindset or the
It won't
mind
do
or the
anything
thought
for
process,
you. Mm.
it don't do anything for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you cool, you nice looking, you cute, yeah, yeah, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like I want more.
Oh God,
So it's
exactly.
like it kind of go back to what we talking about, in our relationship conversations, of
Yeah.
many relationship
Yeah.
conversations.
Mm.
Like you tired of settling it. It's not so much
Yeah.
like so for me. What moves me physically is also a mental connection
Yeah.
and an emotional connection with that person. So it's like it's so many ways you can look at that. But
Mhm.
like I said, like men shame women, women
Yeah.
shame men.
Exactly.
And so no one wants to be like, hey, I think I need to take care of this, or whatever the
Mhm.
case may be, and things like that. But, also in saying that about growing old, I think we might need to do part two of this right now.
Oh, yeah. We probably will most likely.
Yeah, because we can talk about the mental part, because
Yes.
your mind
It
starts
does.
slipping and
Yeah.
forgiveness,
Yeah,
things like that.
like I said, when me and RJ did the tribute to my grandfather and uncle, you know, I said I got I got a speech, but I said I have to, write stuff down. I have to text things to myself. I mean, that's where I'm at in my
Yeah,
life right now, and I guess I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I get scared, far as in our family, Alzheimer's runs in our family,
right.
and the Alzheimer's is so far I can see that it's on my mother's side with her mother. It was my grandma Dorsey had it. Her sister had it. I ain't been had it. My grandfather, which I think it happened on the dentist side.
Yeah, yeah.
Alzheimer's. That's scary to me. And so you're like, oh God, you forget, so you're like, oh God, you scared, because that's something I don't want to ever have to face Alzheimer's, and I don't want my mother or no, I don't want nobody to have to deal with that's an ugly
It's scary.
illness. You know what I'm saying? I pray to God they find a cure for it, but I write stuff on my calendar. I text myself, whatever I have to do, even when I come out of work. I'll be like,
Hmm.
if they tell me that something needs to be done, I'm like, okay, well, let me text it to myself because it may slip my mind. Because, like I said, we have so many responsibilities,
True.
so many things going on in
True.
your life or whatever. So if by chance you do forget something, you feel like nobody should hold it against you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still other things that you're dealing with.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Because that's how I found out that I was dealing with anxiety and depression.
Mm,
Because like one thing you could say about the field we work in,
Yeah,
Like it informs you.
it does.
And so, like, I did know that Alzheimer and dementia starts way earlier.
Hmm.
It's not an old people disease.
No,
A
it's
lot of stuff
not.
kicks in your
When you're
late
younger, you
20s,
just
and
don't
your
pay
30s.
attention to it.
Yeah, there's stuff like
You
that.
just
So
brush it off.
here I am, think I'm losing my mind, and I'm setting myself up.
Mm,
I often set things up for KK, Marlon, my sister. I know my mom. Her health
mm,
was going where it was going at a particular time, so I was preparing myself,
mm.
and it's like it's very scary. Like I talked about the moments of driving and don't know how I got home.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
Right.
I've had well, yeah, or you've been driving like I know I was on my way to work one day and I got lost. I'm like, where am I at? I don't recognize this,
Yeah.
but
Have
it's
you ever
scary.
got lost in a place that you've been at several times before,
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
heart just racing? See, that's what I was
Yeah,
experiencing. Yeah.
and because I know it's after having my hysterectomy, that's when I started dealing with anxiety for me because like I have my moments and that it's like I can't breathe, you know, and that's scary
It
for
is.
me. And I'm not gonna lie, when I take out on the medication, that did kind of ease me up, which I am starting to notice it coming back. But no, I don't want to get back on the medication. If I can keep from it or whatever, you know. Like mom meddled with me, she was like, "Drink some wine," and you know that because you had talked to her. Remember,
Yeah, yeah.
so
I think culturally
mm,
that we as African American people are afraid of medications.
yeah, because there's side effects. I mean, like I
I
said,
think it's deeper than side effects.
yeah,
I think it goes back to,
I already know because
yeah,
that's just like with therapy. We gonna keep 100.
yeah,
Okay, it wouldn't hurt to go seek therapy sometimes so you can learn how to maneuver your life a little bit different and handle certain situations when they arise in your life, whatever. But it's like for us, like I said, our culture, when you mention therapy, first thing in your mind is crazy
crazy, yeah,
or take medications crazy. That doesn't make you crazy. Because I'm not gonna lie, we I think we both used to think like that.
yeah,
But as
yeah.
we've gotten older, I'm like, hey, I can meet anybody, if you gotta try to do something
Well,
about your mental,
for
keep
for
on
for
going.
me, if you some that was a demon that
Oh
need to be
yeah,
cast out.
y'all said D, but it ain't always a demon.
In my particular sect
Yeah,
of
yeah,
belief,
yeah,
in which I no longer believe or hold fast to a lot of the things,
yes,
because I feel like to always making everything demonic. It took away personal responsibility.
mm-hmm,
Then number two, it took away um, your right as a person.
mm,
Then secondly, thirdly, fourthly, fifthly, whatever I was about to say, by me being a believer in a God who's all powerful, it relinquished him from being all powerful.
it did.
So to everything, every time somebody, oh, that's a demon. Every time they couldn't something, that's a demon.
Mm-hmm,
Toenail turned brown. Ooh, that's a brown toenail demon. Like everything was always demonic. Like, and
mm,
sometimes things were just as simple as you got a toe fungus, go to the doctor. And black folks who been, they didn't trust doctors because a certain experience was done on,
yeah,
may not been them, but
somebody else they might
yeah,
have
yeah,
heard of.
yeah.
But
So, it's one of them
mm,
things. But I want to say to you,
mm,
uh, you know, that day it scared me
mm,
because I really felt like that you were about to have a nervous breakdown.
mm,
I never, I've been knowing you since I was 15, you were 16,
mm,
and I've seen you in different emotional
states,
spaces and
yeah,
states, but I never seen you like that.
yeah, because I knew it must have bothered you because I'm at the doctor's office because like I was trying to get him there and he was taking his precious
Yeah,
time, and they had called us back and you said you wanted to know where it was located at and you said I just want to give you a hug,
yeah.
and I appreciate you for being there because like I said, I had been dealing with a lot, you know, still dealing with some things. And like I said, life is life and
Yeah,
at the present time. I
yeah.
mean, I'm just being honest. I never try to come off perfect because my life is not perfect. It's far from it, but it could be a whole lot worse too.
Hmm.
But I own it. because I know I'm not the only one.
Right.
Um, but yeah, just was feeling overwhelmed, that day and stuff because, like I said, just had a lot of things that was bothering me,
Yeah.
and that's what that was a result of that.
I get it. I
And
really do.
we have more. I mean, like we're humans. I tell anybody that you have to have the thick skin to make it in this world because it's just so
You
many
do.
things that you deal with.
You
When
do.
you step outside your house, you don't know what you're gonna face.
True.
And the way the world is going right now, it's something every day. Every time you turn on the news, it's something that you have to be concerned about. You know, so yeah,
That's true. That is true.
yeah.
And the reason why I said that, like, we talking about what's the name of our topic again?
We're talking about my body's
My mind
what
said,
my
my mind,
body's saying yes,
yeah,
but my body's saying no.
right. Because the truth of the matter is, your brain is doesn't feel it's well, my thinking, because it just feel as old as my
As your
body.
body do, yeah, because your mind, you up here feel like you can fly.
Ouch.
Can I
Exactly.
tell you what you can do with it?
Exactly.
Your mind tell you untouchable. I
Exactly.
bet I guess when I ran when the police pulled me over and everything, and my mom was like, "Girl, you untouchable." I just thank God that the officer didn't match my energy because that would have been an ugly situation.
He
No, it was,
I gotta give him he
I'm gonna
de-escalated
give
the
him. I'm
situation.
gonna give him his props. And yeah, I
Yeah.
know I don't care for police officers like that. I'm just gonna be honest. All because of past experience, and you got your good and bad ones. I thank God I got a good one, and he was a white officer today. I mean, not today. So I'm getting mixed up.
See, look at your day. See,
See, like I
uh-huh.
said, I just got a lot going on. No, but he
You,
was a
you,
white officer.
you
I'm
need
gonna
to
put
take your
that
pill
out there.
again.
I'm not taking. I be like I've been clean for 3 weeks now. No, but seriously, he was a white officer, and the reason why I'm putting the race out there is because of my past experience, what I have been dealing with. Because I've been pulled over by some white officers, and majority of them have been a-holes to me. It's only been to the one in Thanksgiving who pulled me over. He was a nice officer. Okay, but what was months back, that a-hole who talked down me like I was nothing. Mm-mm. But this guy here, I come in, I forgot what his name was, what because I was shocked he didn't give me a ticket. Like when I tell you, I didn't even know how fast I was going. My mind was just set on trying to get to this appointment, because I had taken him out of school. I didn't want them to have to appear rescheduled. Like I had always, my mind was just racing, and I had calmed down. But yes, time when I saw them lights, it just instantly
Right.
set me off.
Right.
It set me off because I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna have to deal with this because all I could think about was, okay, I'm forking money out left and right, and
Hmm.
I just
I
got to celebrate my
Yeah.
son's birthday, spent a lot of money on him. I still got bills. We got this wedding coming up that we gotta look nice for, right?
Gotta buy a suit,
Yeah, I gotta
pay
buy
for the
me a suit.
hotel.
I gotta buy him a suit. I gotta have
Okay.
money paid for a hotel. Like I'm thinking of all these things. Got and like I say bills. You got Christmas getting ready to come. It's just so many things that's hitting you up financially, And then that right there. So I was like, okay, so I guess he's gonna give me a ticket or whatever. And that was the one time that I wasn't gonna argue because I knew I was speeding. I just didn't know how fast I was going. So I was owning it. You know what I'm saying? I was taking accountability, but I was like, "You gonna have to give me this ticket at this doctor's office. We don't make this appointment because you said I sound like a white woman. Remember?
I tell her
Yeah, you said I turned to a white mom.
I said you sounded like an angry soccer mom.
Oh, soccer mom.
That's what I said.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
rephrase that. That's not what I said. Let me phrase. I
go
said you
ahead.
sound like an angry white soccer mom. I'm like, Billy, it's your fault. You're an a-hole. You're the reason that we did not get in. I can
Yeah.
see you with a visor cap on.
Yeah, those whole thing that was just about look at the have the cap on and everything because I wear my caps and stuff. Yeah,
And your shorts that come way up here,
look, I don't wear no
and
booty
with your
shorts.
Jesus sandals.
Look, oh, that's how they here because that's how they dress. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, like I mean, I can laugh about it now, but I can say God is good because that could have been a different situation.
Yeah,
It could turn
absolutely.
into something ugly.
Absolutely. And
So yes,
growing old. I'm blessed. I always joke about being 25. I always
Yeah,
do.
I
Now,
know.
in my mind, in my spirit, I'm gonna be honest. I do still feel young.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why I moved the way I move because I don't feel like sometimes thoughts come in my head and be like, man, you 45 and you haven't yet accomplished this. Then I'll be
Mhm.
like, shoot, man, you know, there's Elba, there's other people who have talked about how later stages in life, they now just enjoying certain things.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, man, forget that. I'm the 2'5", like in my head,
It's
not crazy,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like, like I realized, like, sometimes even though your mind is telling you yes, and your body is telling you
no.
no, it's like, but there could be equal balance there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's people who now in their 60s and 70s, they decided when they was in their 50s that they wasn't going, die or live a certain way, and they are healthy, nice
Yeah.
bodies. They don't
Mhm.
even look their ages
No, they
because they
don't.
decide to take control and of all of that. But sometimes your mind do tell you one thing, but your body do,
Mm.
yeah.
Darnell, speaking of like my mom, she just retired,
Hmm.
and actually her birthday is coming up on the 18th, and I'm gonna call the age out for a reason. She's going on 67, and I am 46. We had gone, okay, so when she freshly had retired, when I would drop RJ off at school, we would go to the park, hit the park, because you
Yeah.
would be on the phone. So we walking. She was up here walking and getting around better than I was and stuff. Like I really had to power walk to catch up to
What
her.
I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna give you your grace, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because you're shorter than your mom.
Oh well, because my legs ain't
Yeah,
long
her
enough.
stride is, wider than yours. You know what I'm saying? So you got to play catch up. And let me tell you the reason why I know my other best friend, which is your
Mm.
cousin Mark, is way taller than me.
Uh-huh.
And so we had to. I went with him to park the car and had to. We
Yeah.
catch a plane out to, I think it was L.A. somewhere. I can't remember,
Mm.
but I was way bigger than this.
Mm.
And so he was just walking like Darnell got to keep up because our flight's on us. So I'm literally, it's like he was just walking.
Yeah,
But
take
for
extra
me,
steps. You was running. You were running.
so shout out to Candace Wade. Let me tell you what she said. So when we made her, and she was surprised that we made it on time and stuff like
Mm.
that. And she's like telling him, babe, wow, you made it, and blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah. She's like, he was like, yeah, Darnell, he was right there with me. Kept him. She's like, Darnell?
Was shocked.
I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna finish the story. But But it was, like when you're in a relationship with people, it's like they can say certain things that
Yeah,
most people can't
okay,
say.
that's true.
And so after she finished her statement, I laughed so hard. And I was like, and I tell people this, Felicia,
Mm.
you been with me from the time we was children up until the
Yes.
time I'm grown. And you see
Mm.
me at the biggest. One
Yes, I
thing
have.
about me, the funny part about it, I never walked slow.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Like I'm
Full
just
speed ahead and said, "Go ahead." You power walk your butt on. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I can. You up here? Yeah, you did. You did that.
So it was funny though, but it's like I'm gonna give you your grace. You're shorter than your mama, so you got to pick up an extra speed to catch
You
up.
ain't lying.
And
I was so
I get, and that's
tired.
what I do with my your cousin, my best friend.
Mm.
I had to. I ain't gonna lie. Look, when we could stop, like I never forget. At the airport, you got those things that glides along,
Yeah,
nigga.
you got on there.
Look, yeah, it took me a break.
That was like a treadmill. That's what I would do. I was going to still be trying to walk. It's like a treadmill stuff.
And then I was just speeding along, to
Uh-huh.
catch
We
back
just,
up. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'll give you your grace. But your
Thank you.
mom, she is in good condition.
She is,
She's
but
in
I
good
still
shape.
look. Like I told her, I said, you look good for your
I wish I knew
age.
somebody. Oh, let me shut up.
She said, I ain't never seen a girl built up like they father. See,
But we're gonna talk about that's a whole nother story. Wait a minute, I see a lot of female built up like their daddy. Well, same
I
way
built up like him in the afterlife. Well, I mean, not afterlife, but
the
at the
current
later
like,
years and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, because I had told him that. I said, your mom said that. And I'm like, yeah, I look like a football player right now.
To be honest, only thing really like upper wise, I don't know. The Lord bless you tremendously.
Yeah, but I didn't, like I said, I wasn't in line that day when, like, my great grandmother's day, they had backsides.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I got busty. I
Well, you
got
got
that from
you
them.
got you got
It didn't even out.
well, well.
But my child, he pisses me off sometimes because he say flat to my butt. That's like, like one of my cousins a long time ago, she got some loose leaf paper, right? And she up here tore it, and she said, "This is Triple's backside. This is loaded. The devil's busy." But I
Well,
own it. Hey, it is what it is.
I
Because
mean, I mean, God
I've
hasn't blessed
seen
everybody with.
worse.
Yes,
I've seen
Jesus.
worse. Like I said, our trouble areas is the stomach. If we get the
Yeah,
stomach
I
down,
promise that's if I lose this, I think I'll be all right.
yeah.
I'm losing here.
It's like you lose everywhere but where you want to
Yeah,
lose. You notice that when you go on your little weight loss journey.
y'all. My assistant behind the camera is just a clown. So if y'all see me look up and y'all know what it is.
Yeah, just like I want to touch on something like when I had done a tribute and they had touched on when I said really. Well, somebody went to sleep. I'm like, really?
Felicia,
But
Felicia,
you know what? I'm gonna give you your grace too. You were tired
I
because you
was
work
that.
all the time, work,
Yeah,
work, work.
yeah.
So it was hitting you because I have the moments too, and when I thought about
That's
it went
that's
all over me.
that's when she should have hit her medication because she hit her medication, she wouldn't care.
I would let it slide, but it bothered me. And I wanted to take my shoe off and throw it at you so bad, but I was trying to be
Really? She
professional.
forgot she was recording. Really?
Yeah, I rolled my eyes. I watched that footage. I'm like, Lord, but I laughed at it. It was funny.
You know what? We're gonna do a part two of this conversation. This is very interesting.
It
We
is.
always make fun and light of our lives, and
Mm-hmm.
not saying that what we experienced wasn't painful or wasn't
Mm-hmm.
traumatic or there was no grief behind it because it really was. And now we going through these changes
Yes, we
as
are.
40. We didn't know it was like this.
No, we didn't, man, because we got more years behind us in the head,
Yeah.
and you start thinking about death and everything, because
You be thinking about death a lot too?
yeah, I bet you because every time I turn around, I'm looking on Facebook, somebody done passed away, and I 40 somebody when we've gone to school with, and it's depressing. It's scary and depressing all at the same
It's like
time.
reality is really setting in at the moment.
It is
Yeah.
because I don't know when we young, we didn't think about this all the time, or you didn't even go to a lot of funerals, a lot of wakes. It's like it's back to back. You know what I'm saying? Of going to see somebody that you grew up with, and you're like, man, you want to
Yeah.
live. You know what I'm saying? Like I pray to God that He blesses us to live and see
Hmm.
80, 90, or 75 or whatever, because in spite of what our body's going through, I'm not gonna lie, I thank God for every day that He allows me to wake up and see and with family, because man, like I said, it's scary, and I've been mourning, you know what I'm saying? I've been grief is
Yeah.
real. And that's
Yeah. Yeah.
another topic on downline to touch on. But
Absolutely.
yes,
I
but
tell you what, man, we're gonna revisit this whole conversation. I didn't think it's gonna be so much to unpack when we was talking about it, but it's definitely a lot to unpack since we
yeah,
open up and
we get
we
to thinking about stuff.
yeah,
It starts to flow.
it
Cause
does.
yeah, cause
Yeah.
like we'll touch on, okay, well, we're gonna call it this right here. But once we get to talking, it's like stuff start to come to the surface.
Yeah, most definitely.
This
But
was this was good.
oh, now it's catchy. This is good.
Good.
Well, look, we love you all, and we will see you again next week with the same topic, same
Yes,
conversation. Peace and
we're out.